Yeah, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. It's D from Delay Radio.
Hi, D.
Hi.
Hello.
And I have with me the Honch.
Hi.
In the Jethrow.
Hello.
We got some topics for use.
Gonna be doing some
guys.
talkings.
We're gonna do some talkings, a little bit of chatting, a little bit of jaw jabber, lip smacking.
Ooh. Hey, don't come on to me.
So today's episode, this week's episode, we're not a daily show. On this week's episode of Delay Radio, we have the smell of Play-Doh.
Not Play-Doh, but Play-Doh.
Yeah. I know. I feel like I have the
Play-Doh
urge to
would
say
smell
Play-Doh.
terrible by now.
Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about Play-Doh's closet.
Oh, and that place doesn't smell that good either.
Yeah.
I've never actually been in there.
Oh, if we can tag along the smell of a Goodwill store on that
Oh, that makes
Play-Doh's
sense.
closet.
That makes sense. And we also have
Are you tired?
a little bit.
Yeah, because you've been yawning like crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Today's one of those days, man. I just yawn. It's like I'm afraid of like when I yawn and then I breathe in that the mic will go into my mouth.
Well, that's because you yawn like a
You did
porn
mow
star.
your lawn today.
Yeah,
Which
I did mow
thought,
my lawn.
I thought you told me you were rolling around in your yard.
Yeah, yeah. So Jethrow calls me and thinks that I told him that I was rolling around in my yard. I think next time I will, just to see what happens.
And thank you for mowing your lawn because I didn't have to put my car into 4 low in order to get up to your driveway this morning.
So we also have on this week's episode of Delay Radio, we have a case of mistaken identity or re-identity by the police. And,
Kinda, yeah. By the police.
Po-po.
and then some
Policia.
questions from the interwebs.
Oh, yeah.
What's the topic? What do we?
Stupidest fear.
Ooh, I like that.
Perfect.
I like that. So without further ado,
And I have another one about time travel.
oh, and time travel. Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
God, I like.
I think we
about
can
time
build on
travel.
both of those.
I
got lots of fears. One of them's time travel. Is that weird?
So, like, recently I've been coming to the challenge of I try to find probably the least funniest questions I could possibly find in order to challenge us to make it funny. And
It's only going to make us better.
it's only going to make us better as people.
No, worse as people. Better as podcastians. Is that a word? Is that a name?
podcasting.
It is now.
It is now.
It is now.
Coined that phrase.
2,000 years from now, that'll be in a social studies book.
Right. Podcastians. 3 almost homeless guys in a basement is basically what it's going to mean.
Oh, shit. So I am.
Deep throat the mic. It'll be cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get it, girl. Get it.
So I'm dying to know what is going on in Vancouver.
Okay. So this story was absolutely awesome. It just caught my attention. Says there actually is no title to the story other than funny. These 7 dumb criminals basically arrested themselves. So when police in Vancouver, Canada, asked to search Jason Pochet's apartment for drugs, he was not a suspect.
My name is Pouchet.
Jason Pochet, the waterboarder. This guy wasn't a suspect. In fact, they were looking for someone else. That all changed when they looked at how his name was listed in his own cell phone. Jason Pochet, drug dealer number 1, was what he had listed on his cell phone.
Oh, as him?
Is him. Like,
So
that's his
him.
name. That's his name. Like, if I ask Siri, like, there's a thing that you can do on here. Have you guys ever done this? Have you set your name in your cell phone yet?
Oh, no, I haven't.
no. I
Okay,
haven't.
well, listen to this. Hey, Siri, what's my name?
You're Count Monsterrod von Hugenstein. That's what you told me. Anyway,
So you can list your name in your own cell phone. I just happen to have mine as not the Honch. Mine is Count Monsterrod von Hugenstein. So, but
Is it Steen or Stein?
it's whatever you want it to be if you're willing to call me by it. But yeah, so that's what you can do in your cell phone. So this guy basically, he goes in there, he sets his name as Jason Ponche, drug dealer number one
Number
in his cell
one.
phone. Oh my
Number
God.
one in the world.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, why would you do that? It goes back to, like, that one dude. Remember what was it? He called the police when his crack rocks got stolen out of his car. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same guy.
oh, my God. If it was the same guy, I'd lose my mind. I would lose my mind.
Had a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah. Wow, these Tuesdays are starting to suck.
I don't know why they keep picking on me.
It's did you guys ever hear the story about the guy? He got arrested for drunk driving down in Florida. His license plate said tipsy on it.
Oh,
Like, come on, man.
that's so ironic.
Right. It's like
Please.
So ironic.
it's like when people get pulled over and they don't know why, but they have that bumper sticker that says "F the police."
Right.
You're like, oh, okay.
FTP.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So that anyway, the moral of the story is stop challenging authority and nobody will pick on you. I hear about it all the time where people are like, I don't know why I got arrested. I was just smoking weed. Well, that's why.
That's what's wrong.
Weird. Weird. So yeah, the guy gets arrested. Drug dealer number one in his phone. They end up taking him to jail. He serves time. Good for him. So, gosh, Darwinism.
So Jethro,
Oh yeah.
you got some questions from the internets.
Yes, this one. This is another Reddit user. He goes by Speedbird52.
Speedbird?
Ooh,
Speedbird, yeah.
that's unique.
And he asks, "What is the stupidest fear you have?"
I don't know.
Come on, D. There's something.
I'm really afraid of heights, but I feel like that I would still be afraid of heights if you put like one of those like VR headsets on me, and where they make you look like you're about to go off like a plank off a building or something, and then in person in reality they have you like standing on a couple boxes. You guys ever seen that? Where they try to make it,
Yeah.
they try to make the VR experience like the real, like, I don't know if I'd be able to do that, like, at all. I
don't know if I'd be able to
probably
do that.
puke or something.
It sounds like somebody fell off one of those VR boxes upstairs.
Yeah. I do want one of those VR headsets though, because like for
My brother's got the PlayStation one.
Oh, it does? Does he use it a lot?
I don't know. I did ask him.
Tell him we want to borrow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we need to. There's a game for PlayStation VR called Bar Fight.
I heard of that one.
Yeah,
That one looks kind of
the
fun.
graphics are terrible, but it's about the gameplay, not the.
That's sweet.
You're literally in a bar. You could just like pick people
he's
up. And
also
throw them at
got,
other people.
Nice.
Drinks.
He's
smash-
also got that new Resident Evil
nice.
7
Nice.
for it.
What was
That was pretty good too.
What was the question again? Like I feel like I completely lost.
What is the stupidest fear you have?
Oh my god.
Mine
Oh my
is
God.
I have a fear of bees, and
I get that.
yeah,
That's not stupid.
and I'm
Like killer
not
bees?
allergic to bees at all, but I am like a sissy when it comes to bees.
I get it.
What do you do
So, like,
if
it
there's a
makes
bee
me-
around you? What do you do? Like if it's
I generally scream like a girl and then run.
Oh my god.
I do this thing where I say bees and run.
Why'd he go? I think it's on account of him saying bees.
You can ask my
Nice.
wife. So we have this shed where we keep our like mowing, like yard, like work stuff, like equipment. And one day, bees decided that was their home now, and so I opened the door, and the bee's nest was like right in the door. So I had a hive of bees like within
Right in your
like
mouth.
within a foot of my head, which I threw things. I can't remember what I was holding, but I threw it and then ran. And then I made my wife deal with it.
The only thing you can do with that is throw fire at them. Just kill them with fire. That's it. No, I totally get it. Like so we live in the land of like no poisonous snakes, right?
Right.
I am horrified of snakes. Horrified of
Really?
snakes. If one got into my house, I would kill it. I would burn my house down just to kill a snake. I do not care. Like, don't test me on this one. I'll do it.
Honch does not know likey snakes.
No snakes. And I'm also not a fan of kids slime either. Kids slime, the slime stuff that, your daughters and your kids and whatever make. They got little, that stuff, not good. I stepped in some of that stuff a couple weeks ago in my house, and I thought I stepped into straight dog crap. Oh, so that's another one I'm scared to death of. Dog crap. Yuck. Yuck. We have a 14-year-old dog, so she's like 9,000 in dog years or whatever. So she should have died like 20 years ago.
I think dogs only make it to like 15, right, on average?
I don't know. Something like that.
That's what we're hoping for. So we'll see. Not going to hurt my feelings. But yeah, no, our dog just like legitimately craps all over everything. Now she pisses all over the house. She'd just be like walking down the hallway and just dump a big load in the hallway and just keep walking.
And you're afraid of it.
I am afraid that I'm going to step in it, is what I'm afraid of. Because I had it squished between my toes once, and let me tell you about the most unattractive thing ever, is me naked hopping across the floor in the living room, because I had my towel on, and when I stepped in it and it went between my toes, it was like, oh, what was that? Oh, it's dog poop. And I hopped all the way through, like, the living room, lost my towel, went into the bedroom, jumped in the shower, and just waffle stomped it down the drain. It was awful. It was awful. It was the worst day of my life. If I could have cut my leg off at the knee, I would have done it. Totally would have done it.
I did the same thing once, but with instead of dog poop, it was a giant toad.
Oh, God. Was it one of the like South African ones? I wasn't sure if I was going to step on it or I was going to lick the back.
It was a pretty big one. It probably wasn't as big as one of those. Oh, but yeah, just walking around barefoot.
Ooh,
step on a toad. It is gross.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Seaweed, right? Same feeling. You're swimming in the lake. All of a sudden, you hit seaweed with your feet, and you just take off like a jet boat across, just right up on plane, all the way across the lake. I do that too. Andy does that. Andy, he's a big swimmer.
Yeah.
This guy that we work with, his name's Andy, and he's a big swimmer. And
you don't say.
He touches seaweed and just takes off like a rocket.
Yeah. Now that he's super fast.
Because he's fast.
He's either at work or he's exercising until the next time he goes to work.
Marsupials, because they're fast.
Like, I have a hard time. Like, I get out of breath, like, getting off the couch to go get something to eat so I can be more out of breath by gaining weight. And he'll run. He'll do like, yeah, I did 26 miles yesterday. I was like, I'm exhausted just for thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
Yeah, that's funny.
You did 26 miles, yet I'm out of breath. How does that work?
Yeah.
Like a week ago, I decided to work out. And so all I did was like
screw that.
Some like crunches and some like planks and stuff. I threw my back out. So I said, well, that's why I don't exercise.
Yeah,
right.
I said the same
exercise
thing.
Is
that's
dangerous.
what I get for exercise.
You ever pulled a muscle from sneezing? Sneezed once.
No, my sister just threw her back out from sneezing once.
Man, it's ridiculous. It's like there's no better time like where you feel like super old, where you can hear the piano music in the background.
Oh, it's like our new intro music.
You know what's funny is I just realized that was happening.
You're listening to 801 Smooth Jazz on the Nines. Where's the jazz
Oh my
musicians?
God. Dude,
Where were we? Like, what happened?
We were afraid of
Segways.
stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, slime between my toes turned into dog poop, turned into a toad, turned into exercise. Because you're scared to death of exercise.
No, it turned into seaweed.
Turned into then exercise.
Someone that exercises all the time.
Yeah.
To me throwing my back out when we exercise. To people throwing their back out when they sneeze.
To music. See,
to
we're
music.
not that far off topic.
Yeah, we're not really that far off. Yeah.
So speaking of what was that stuff? Slime. It's not really so much slime, but the your childhood's about to be all mixed up and whatnots. So Hasbro, who owns Play-Doh, they announced that they trademarked the most recognizable aspect of one of its most iconic products,
Star Wars?
Not the color, not what it is, not the shape, not the fact that it comes in a jar. What it smells like.
Power Rangers?
They trademarked the smell of Play-Doh.
And here we were thinking it was something useful.
Yeah.
The distinctive Play-Doh smell as a registered trademark of the brand when it first hit stores in 1956. They described the odor because when you apply for like a trademark and stuff, like you have to describe it or include whatever it is, the slogan or whatever. The scent of Play-Doh is sweet, slightly musky, vanilla-like fragrance with slight overtones of cherry and a natural smell of a salted wheat-based dough.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that? I think that's a bit over descriptive.
When
you know
will
what
we
it's-
run
little
out
bit.
of things to
Yeah.
patent?
I wouldn't have guessed cherry in there at all.
I don't know. I think they're just making stuff up at that point.
No cherry at all. I've never smelled cherry in it. However, I have gotten diarrhea from eating it.
Oh,
Do cherries
yeah,
make
when I was
you
a
have
kid.
diarrhea?
No, Play-Doh. When I was a kid, I ate Play-Doh and I crapped my pants. So why don't you patent that, Play-Doh?
The different kind of it goes in as dough, comes out kind of like a dough.
Kind of like a dough.
Making
only-
kids regular since
What was that? How were you guys making that noise earlier? It was like, what was it with the cheek thing?
Oh, that's a
Yeah, that's what it sounded like when it shot all over the back of my legs.
Speaking of shooting all over the back of your legs, Jethro, do we have some more?
we do.
questions
We
from
sure
the-
do.
Does one of your questions have to do with that?
This comes
think
from
so.
user. This question comes from user Ebony Milk 1.
Ebony milk.
Oh, there you go.
I'm okay. I can't.
They ask, if you could travel back in time to exactly half your age, but only had 10 minutes, what would you write down / say to someone to change your life in the future?
Oh, that's easy. Lottery numbers.
Lot
I would win the Powerball once
twice.
or twice, as many times.
Oh.
I would just get that book from Back to the Future.
Dude, hands down, I would absolutely tell myself, always bet on Tom Brady. Always bet on Tom Brady because
yeah.
you cannot lose with Tom Brady.
Yeah, that is true.
I would say different stocks and maybe like.
Oh yeah.
But I would
Half my
actually
age,
probably take the opportunity to mess with myself, and I would say things like, "Don't get in the car."
You'd be paranoid for the rest of your life, though.
Don't get in the car. God, what time's he talking about? Which, I'm in
was
the
like,
car a lot.
Just say these really ambiguous statements that could apply to literally any day of your life.
I've always wanted to do that to someone at the airport. Be like, just walk up to him and look at him right in the eyes and be like, "Don't get on the plane," and walk away.
But seriously, like if you wanted to do stocks or lottery, you would have to give yourself multiple numbers because obviously the first one you'd go, whatever, this guy's joking. Right.
I would just be like, yeah, but if so, okay.
it's that scene from Back to the Future.
No,
with
so
Biff
what you'd
Tannen.
have to do, is you'd have to go back and then buy the lottery ticket and give it to yourself. Because then they would already have it.
Yeah, so, but how would you do? I'd be like, Psst, hey kid.
Yeah, it's the Biff Tannen from Back to the Future. I forget which one where he travels back in where Biff Tannen gets in the car, travels back in time and gives his
The sports almanac.
Oh, yeah.
the sports almanac.
So
yeah,
speaking of time travel, there's a show. It's on NBC, and my wife and I have been obsessed with it for as long as we've been able to be obsessed with it because it just ended its second season. It's called Timeless. They actually go back in time and like duke it out with like famous events and whatnot.
Oh, I thought you were like celebrity deathmatch style, like
Oh,
between famous
that would
people.
be sweet. There's really nothing funny about it. It's just the fact that it's actually just a really good show.
I liked it
for
better
time
when it
travel.
was called Quantum Leap 30 years ago.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Quantum Leap.
They should Scott Bakula.
They should make a
Represent.
we should make a Quantum Leap movie.
we could.
Didn't somebody do that a couple years ago?
I don't think so. I missed it if they did.
I don't know. I thought somebody did that. Either way.
I'm just trying to keep up with Marvel films.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Yeah. Have you guys seen Black Panther?
No,
I seen
I want to see
some
it,
of
though.
it. I've seen some of it. No,
Oh.
I did watch it. No, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
I thought I only watched some of it because it was like it's like broken up because I watched it at work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I watched it on a plane. I forget where I was.
But
but
I watched Infinity
movie
Wars
for a
before
plane.
Black Panther, and I said, maybe I should watch Black Panther.
oh yeah, I get that.
I haven't watched either one of
Welcome
those.
to Wakanda.
I need to watch something.
I still like the scene in what was it? Was it the first Avengers? Maybe it was the second one, where Bruce Banner's like calls it Wakanda, and then he's like, "Oh wait, no, it's Wakanda."
Yes, one of the smartest men on earth. Wakanada.
That's awesome. Awesome. Waka.
Walk hard.
Oh my gosh. What was the name of that movie?
Dewey Cox.
Dewey Cox.
Walk
that's
hard.
Right.
Yeah.
All the sexual tension.
Yeah.
So much sexual tension in that.
I actually never saw that movie.
Oh, you are not missing anything.
No?
No. I mean, it's funny as hell. But
Yeah, it's funny, but it's just like, what is happening?
Yeah. Why did I waste 2 hours watching this? I can't get that back.
Speaking of what's happening, gentlemen, I think that about does it for this episode of Delay Radio. Next episode of Delay Radio, we should get in some like the Would You Rathers.
Oh yeah,
Oh, for sure.
We could
For sure.
do those. All right, so
Maybe we can do a couple of those on the after tracks.
yeah,
bonus
yeah,
tracks.
that's actually a good idea. That's a good idea. So so we had, let's see, what did we have today? We had
time travel.
time travel. We had Play-Doh.
Man gets himself arrested.
Yeah, a case of
I'm a drug dealer.
somewhat mistaken identity.
Stupid fears.
Yeah, stupid fears.
Turns out
Yeah.
they were looking for me after all.
Jethrow really hates bees,
Mm-hmm.
and Honch just really likes doesn't like stepping in crap.
No.
Alabama poop trains.
Alabama
Alabama. I need a ambulance.
A Bambi land.
Let me tell you, mind my own business in a deer. Yeah. So, anyways, and I didn't need a ambulance. You're gonna need a ambulance after listening to this episode. So be sure to let us know your fears by emailing us or on Facebook. DelayRadioComedy@gmail.com. Listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play.
You went all Madonna there for a second.
Yeah.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Governor.
If you Spotify, swat it.
Enough about the royal wedding. Move on.
All right. And this has been Delay Radio.
Yeah.